Ugh. Well, first, if you can't hear me, it's because of the highway, and I'm just gonna have to redo this somewhere else. But if you can't hear me, welcome back. And still excited about this step van. Pretty slick. I think it's gonna look really cool when we're done. I think what I'm gonna try to do today is I might see about getting the cabinets out, or see at least how they work, to get those out, and then we're gonna strip a little bit more paint. There's a lot to do, so let's get at it, and I guess we'll see what we accomplish. Oh, got some goodies in here. Old gauge cluster, a bunch of smaller gauges. Hey, it's a nice horn button. It's nicer than the one we got in there. Speedo, a bunch of other stuff. Main thing, I don't see how these things are attached. I got all kinds of screws and bolts. Got down there and in the back of the wall. That one turns my hand, so that's good. All right, well, I guess we're gonna see if this will come apart. Man, it's already like an oven in here. This is the hottest day of the year so far, so I picked a good day to do this. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 bolts holding this dang thing together. And I think it's going to be heavy, so I think I'm going to close this one. And we'll see. No, insulation. Yippee. Well, if it falls, I guess. I don't know. Put that up there. Oh, jeez. Graceful. Ugh. Well, all this paneling that's on here, I got stuff to clean it to see how it would be, but I'm guessing since there's none behind this, I was hoping there'd still be some behind this. They just mounted to it. I know the insulation will help keep it cooler, but am I really worried about that? And besides, that stuff looks, ugh. I'll go ahead and get this one out, and I don't know. I can always put insulation back into it or something like that, but it's got to come out, so it is what it is. I mean, it's down. Might not have been the prettiest thing, but it works. Oh, how about blood, sweat, and tears? Literally. All right, well, I'm guessing everything's insulated. There's the outside there. I mean, I don't know. I'm not touching the insulation today. I forgot to bring gloves, so I'm not even messing with that. Let's see what else we can get into. I guess the one of the previous owners used this as a handy truck, so I used like light switches and outlets and everything like that. I know on the dash there's one labeled like cab lights and all this other stuff back here. So we're going to end up taking the outlets out. I don't need that kind of stuff back here. So one thing at a time to make it easier. This is going to really clean this up back here. So I think I'm calling it a day. I'm wore out. I need to bring a drill up to start drilling out some of these rivets through here to get these out, the panels. So I'll probably start with this side, and luckily there's a dumpster right here that I can use to get rid of all that stuff. Got to try to find a place for these in the storage unit or something like that. Same thing with the lockers. We'll get the rest of the stuff kind of cleared out. I got stuff all over the place. This crap's messy, man. I tell you what. But it's coming along. I got a nice little chunk done this afternoon. Got this whole section done, the top half of the door. So I think it looks pretty slick. Getting there. I like it way better than the white. Morning. Well, it's gonna be another hot one today. I think the plan today is I want to get some of the wall panels off in here and some of that insulation out, at least on half of it. And then I'm going to try to get the lockers, figure out how those are in, so I can get those out and try to get this thing gutted a little bit more. So, whew. All right, let's get busy. Well, I got this white panel off and this side here. Down at the bottom, we had a bolt here that I ended up breaking off, and there's another one way over here. But the problem is they put the lockers in, and then they bolted them in, and then they put the floor in. So there's no way to get to that. I tried to chisel away just to make sure that's what it was. There's another one right here, and this one over here is the same way. You can kind of see that hump there and that hump there. So that's this freaking, ugh, that's not gonna be easy. So I mean, this section of the floor probably out to here is gonna be covered up anyway. So I might have to go and try to get the angle grinder down here and cut this thing out and have somebody on fire watch with the extinguisher and put some of my welding mats down. I think that's the only way I'm really going to get to these. I'm really not worried about patching the floor because I can patch a piece in here or maybe put some 3/8 on top of this because this looks like it's 3/4 anyway. So that's going to be plenty strong. So I think that's on a standstill today because I'm going to have to drive the truck to the house to do it. So I guess I'll go ahead and start taking out some more of these panels and maybe some of the roof side. I'm trying to leave this side for a little bit because I have a little work area, but there's no sense. Maybe I can get this one out, but can't really mess with that bad boy today. So let me start something else and we'll go from there. The left side is cleaned out, paneling and insulation removed. Looks pretty good. Another bonus about doing this is you can see all these wiring. There's a splice, there's a splice, there's a splice, there's a splice. That one ran back to this little light right here, which I'm not going to have that there, so I can eliminate that. So I can kind of clean a lot of this up. Same thing with these wires. I can probably reroute them up through the top and through some different channels so nothing's down here low or anything like that. But yeah, we're about a third of the way there. I thought about trying to keep the ceiling just so it's kind of clean and maybe keep these lights up here. And I did clean a section of it. It looks pretty good. But then if you look at it real close, I mean, we got dips and valleys and cracks and silicone and dirty, and plus I'm missing that piece there, which I could piece another end, but it'd be kind of ugly. If I just took them out and replaced them at some point, I can just put full new sheets in and it'd be a whole lot cleaner than having all these little splices and joints and stuff everywhere. So ceiling's going to come out, and then I'll figure out lighting and all that kind of stuff later. But standing here, I don't know if you can even see the little waves in it. So it's dingy, plus all the seams and stuff. I mean, if I'm going to do it, at least I want it to look good. And I think this looks better than that, at least since that's a little bit cleaner. So last night I was playing around on the computer with logos and stuff on the outside, and the possibility of just cutting out this one side about right through here. So that's a removable panel. So when the belly tank or something's in here, you can see it from the outside. Problem with that I just found out is I thought this was aluminum all the way through, and then this was just a cap on top. Well, that's aluminum sheet stops, aluminum sheet starts, and that is a cap, but it's riveted in along the way. So that might be a pain. Another option is maybe take out a few sections and then put like some Lexon or something like that clear so you can see it in here and we won't have to worry about the panels. I don't know. Or maybe just leave it alone. Let me know what you think. If we should do something cool like that to be able to see the belly tank from the outside when we're going down the road or something like that. Probably would only do the left side and leave this side alone. Just because the door comes back a nice section of the way behind those lockers pretty much. Which I mean, you can still do it on this side too. But I don't know. Let me know what you think. And we'll kind of go from there. But that's a little bit farther down the road. And also, real quick, if you would comment about the music in the videos. I try to make it different each time. Some of them have it, some of it don't. I've been getting some comments. People don't like the music at all. Some people do like the music. Let me know what you think. Is it better with the music or without? It makes no difference to me. It's an extra step that I have to put in to cut and splice it in different spots. So it's easier for me to leave it out. I was just trying to make it a little bit less quiet, especially through like the time lapses and stuff. So comment music yes, music no. Let me know, or if you have a suggestion, same type of music for all videos when it's the quiet type of stuff, time lapses, things like that when I'm not talking. I'm fine with that too. Let me know. I appreciate it. All right, I think we're going to start on this other side now. We're back at it again today. The goal is I want to get this locker out of here and the rest of this wall out. Underneath, and the aluminum from underneath coming up, they have screws into this wood. This is actually, I saw a seam here, so this is a separate piece. I'm going to end up cutting here and trying to get this piece out. It might be a little bit easier to pry it out. Underneath, I got all the nuts off, all the bolts that's welded to the angle iron. So I think if I can get this out, pry that out, there's a possibility I might get this out easier than the one yesterday. But I don't know. So let's see what we got. And I need to be careful. I don't want to cut through the aluminum floor. So that's going to be another fun one. Let's see. And they glued it. Haha. Sweet. Yep, definitely glued. That's all right. So, I wonder if this has any movement to it. That should just pop up. Of course not. Give me something. Dang. All right, well, let's see what we can figure out. Well, I went back underneath and I found a seventh nut that was holding it because it still felt tight. Got that off, which was in a weird location. Didn't line up with the other ones, but whatever. And then I came up here to try to move it, and it started moving. So I just kept going. So that's why I didn't have the camera on. I didn't think it was going to happen, but it's down. So I'm going to get this outside, get this cleaned up, and keep going, man. I'm glad this is out. Well, the wall is out, the insulation's out. Looks way better. I had to figure out a bunch of this wiring and stuff that I'm going to eliminate, trace the wires. But I thought this was kind of crazy. I'm going to have to trace this 110 outlet, but I guess they wanted to protect it with a garden hose. I don't know about all that. And I got to get these two brackets out. Somehow they installed them on top of the paneling, but made them stick, but there's nuts behind it that keep spinning, so I don't know. So I'm going to knock these two out real quick, trace this wiring that we can see around here, eliminate what I can, and a little bit other cleanup. And then I'm probably going to go ahead and remove this up here. I can put a new sheet in if I want up there. So yeah, I'm going to take that out, just make it cleaner so I can get these other brackets and stuff off. Got the rest of the ceiling out, the insulation. I did trace some of these wires, especially to that light switch that was over here. There's outlets. Got all that junk removed. Look at this. Let's try to clean the door some. Can you tell the difference in that between those two? Man, it's going to clean up good. And then this is behind the door when it's open. I did a swipe down there. You can see how dirty that is. So there's plenty to clean and get it kind of a better state. And then we can start working on our ramps, get everything back together. I found out underneath here there's a heater hose going to a motor, and then there's an air intake right through here from the front. So I guess that's maybe like the heater or something like that, but I don't know about that. We're gonna have to figure something out without that. And the seat's not adjustable at all. I bought a riser for it so I can bring it up, and then some slides I already had that I was gonna use on the belly tank, but didn't end up using. That would bring it up a little bit. I think it's gonna be about 5 inches total, but I can kind of play with that and see. But being higher is gonna be a lot better for that. Feels really awkward right now. So yeah, got it all cleaned up and ready for us to do a few little things. We're gonna patch the floor, and then we're gonna start working on our ramp system in the back and our flat elevations up here in the front, and we'll kind of go from there. Here's a view from the back. These windows really don't crank out. If you push them, they kind of stick out, but then you have to like pull them back in somehow. So I'll probably end up replacing these with something better in the future, but right now I'm really not even worried about it. But you can kind of see from the back here, I think the aluminum look looks really good. I'm really digging it. It looks so much bigger without all the lockers and those big cabinets over here on this side. I think it turned out really well. Whew, man, that's a hot one. This is messy. Yeah, man. And you can see we have like this blue mat on the ground, so I figured I'd do a little clean on this side. Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't even know it was blue, really. I just thought it was faded out like a gray color, but that's just a real quick cleaning with some of the Clorox wipes or whatever. So probably end up taking that whole thing out and cleaning it real good and putting it back in here. Maybe I'll end up going, I think I'm going to maybe make this red, see if I can find a red pad or something like that. But yeah, we will see. So now we have the whole right side bottom done. I think it turned out really well. I'm still going to use some mineral oil or mineral spirits and green Scotch Brite just to even it up some, but I'm already liking that better. Man, that's a lot of stripping. For the modifications, probably a few little things that we probably still need to do, but we wanted to get it gutted, and we're going to start to clean it, and I'm not going to videotape me cleaning it because that's just horrible. You'll see the updates as I go, but try to do a little bit here and there just so you can kind of see the difference. Same thing with the paint on the outside where I'm stripping it. I'm not going to videotape me doing that all the time. I'll do some little updates here and there of where I've gotten with it. So, but overall, man, this thing looks way bigger than it does. A lot of it was a headache of trying to deconstruct the way people put things in and stuff like that. But I figured it out. So I guess really next for the van will probably be video-wise. I know the back door on the inside, it's flaking with paint. I'm going to scrape all that off and then paint that. Probably just do a silver or something like that. I guess really the next main thing we're going to do is, I guess we got to piece in the floor with this 3/4, get that the same elevation, and then I guess we'll start building our elevated platform here in the front that the car is going to sit on, and then we'll do our angle ramps in the back from the back of the wheel wells. Get that where we need it. We'll still continue to clean as we go. Once we get the platform done, we are going to put some of the easy track on top of it too. That way we have a tie down spot, and then if we haul other stuff, we have something to tie down with. And then we'll end up painting the floor. And I don't know. Got some more to do. I just got to figure out what we want, what's going to make it look kind of cool in here and stuff like that. But overall, man, this thing is, I'm digging it. Pretty cool. I'm really itchy though, man. I even brought another long sleeve shirt just for messing with the insulation. It didn't help. It just everywhere in the air. But anyway, that's it for the cleaning and the modifications, the gutting of this thing. I hope you enjoyed it. A lot more to come. We're trying to make this thing look pretty slick. I am trying to work on some like our logo on the outside of this thing and changing the rim colors and stuff like that. Not changing the rims right now. So think of a color, let me know. I got a few ideas in my head that I've kind of worked with out on my good art program PowerPoint. So maybe I'll throw those up at the end of this and let me know what you all think. But I was kind of leaning between white, red, and blue for the rims. And I think the way it looks, red's pretty rocking. I mean, it really throws it off, especially when I get the logos and stuff on here. But I'll put those 3 choices on right after I get done talking. But yeah, that's it. Let me know what you think. Anything else you think I should add to this? That would be kind of cool. Something I should change. Yeah, I don't know. Just let me know, and I appreciate it. And we'll see you next Friday. Have a good one.